He's a great guy. He said, "Hey, Mark, you don't have to sell me on anything. I'm in." And I'm like, "That's something else, man. I mean, that's something else." So,
but I said it's great they took you in. You're getting ready to go, but you got this big mono event that you want to take. You want to take to the TV. You want to a made-for-TV event. You want to challenge one Donald Trump per se. Talk about that a little bit.
I was a little nervous about launching that, but now that you brought it up, here's what I want to do. Since I beat Donald Trump out in the ratings on my show, and Donald Trump is firing everybody, and I got really hassled for firing my caddy, even though I even wrote it down politely on a scorecard. And which is funny. I think a great event would be to play Donald Trump for $100,000, where the winner would be able to give to the charity of their choice, and it would be part of the show, Dream Chaser, and I could see the DS Enterprise helicopter flying in on the 18th hole, and I could see the Trump helicopter flying in on the 18th hole. You've got Oscar De La Hoya across the way at Bahia. Lives there. He's also a golfer. We'll bring in Mark Wahlberg. We might have different matches going on at the same time. But Dog, since I'm not playing to a +2 or 3 like I did over in Arizona, then let's just wipe my pro status off. Let me just I'll be an amateur for a minute, and I'll be a scratch player, which I'm still having difficulty with that, but. I'm hitting 15 greens, shooting 73, and that's, but I'm going to get through that. I've got a new pool stick. I'm going to start putting with a pool stick. This Trump first Burk, I think it fits. It fits because I'm like I said, we were on the golf channel at the same time. Donald is obviously who he is, and I've got respect for him like anybody else would be. He's always up for a challenge, and to have a person, I remember that show that was my favorite show called Rich Man Poor Man back in the 70s, I think it was back then. You were too young, Buck, to remember that. But
Falconetti, man, Falconetti, the bad dude, man.
That's right, Rich Man Poor Man. But for somebody at my level, that is really a golfer and stayed a golfer. The factor of being poverty and homeless. Is also real, but the paradox between a mega force like a Donald Trump and playing somebody like me, it really sends a universal message of these people can meet in the middle and still achieve, and that's kind of the message they're trying to send out everywhere, even in the States and here, is that everybody's equal and everybody's got a fair shot. And, so I'm going to be running for governor next week, by the way. So, but that's going to be the match, and I'm going to get that over to him. And I have an idea how I'm going to try to create the money, and that'll work with possible corporate sponsors. But I would like to personally donate. If I did a little fortunate enough to win, I would donate to the Fondita de Jesus charity, awesome. and try to help this cause over here, and also try to help the cause in the States where I'm from.
That's good. Doggy's got a question.
Well, Mark, I know you've had some health issues in the past, but health-wise, how are you doing? Are you back to 100%? Because I know you had a hernia problem and some other issues.
Yeah. Thank you. That was a fair question. I'm not going to get the great meter yet, but it was a fair question. But, it's just funny you asked. I'm walking a 75. And by the way, Tom Kite, I don't see this in Tom Kite, honestly, because I just don't see it. He really designed a great golf course here at Trump. 7,500 yards. And it's a good walk. And I had to carry my bag and walk for 4 days. About the third day, I was feeling a little dog, on the right side. I think something gets tender, but it's all right. It's good. I mean, I'm healthy there, and I appreciate you asking, because those things, they come back, they reoccur if you're not careful. So I'm healthy in that respect, and my back's in good shape. And I walked 4 days and carried a bag, and that's that 7,500 yard course. That's pretty good. I'm 55 for tomorrow on June 12th. Which is my birthday. At least I'll check my driver's license. You forget when you get older. You start forgetting. You might be May or July, but I think it's June. Yeah. So yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow, Buck. I'll be darned.
Well, happy birthday,
well,
bud. Well, here's Doggy. You got another great question coming.
No, I just got a comment from Mark.
Yeah.
Mark, you are an epitome of what a great attitude can do, because you have had roadblocks thrown at you all the way. We've got to know you over the last year and a half, 2 years. You've always been upbeat, positive, and knew that things were going to change. And we can tell by your voice talking about what you're doing down in Puerto Rico that you have turned the corner, and you're on a good path, and you're excited. You can tell it in your voice that you're excited about what you're doing. I just want to say congratulations.
Well, I appreciate that, and I reached out to you. You guys took me in back in Arizona when the show was over, Pipe Dream was over. Nobody could figure out why it wasn't going to go again, and nobody actually still can. But the fact is, I'm going to go again, and I'm going to call my show from a pipe dream to actually a dream chaser.
Yeah, I like it.
And that keeps even more optimism up. And I tell you, my hat goes off to thank you for the production companies and Golf Channel for doing what they did. But I had to fight back again, as you know, Buck. And it landed me here in Puerto Rico. And I think, you know what? Sometimes, there is really destiny calling. And I never thought I would ever be here. But life comes at you in different ways, and I'm all about kind of giving back and helping. And in the meantime, I'm still trying to come up myself. So it's a full-time job, and that's a good thing for me to be occupied with positive stuff, and that's what keeps me positive, dog. Golf gets you down pretty hard, but at least I can look forward to. I feel like I've got a family now, or support with Arturo Diaz and what he's done, and the foundation here is supporting me, and people have really received me well here, and I'm one guy in a country that I didn't know anybody, and golf is as you know, Buck, and what a universal game, and everybody's equal. It's an equal playing field out there, and that's how life should be anyway. I think it really is. Everybody should be pretty much equal and be accountable for it, right?
Yeah. And where can our listeners follow you, Mark? Where do you want them to go follow you? Is it markburk.com, or where do you want them to go?
Well, yeah, John Layton, I was going to tell you, I don't know how he does it. He's a PGA pro over at the Stevenson Ranch over in, I'm not giving him a plug, but I'm kind of giving him a plug, over Stevenson Ranch over in California. And I got to tell you something. This guy, I've asked him to, he's a very intelligent guy. I've asked him to do certain things on markburk.com, and I'm talking within 12 hours, he's got it done. And I've got Dr. Tim Newman, who you met at the social media and Facebook, great guy. And he's working that aspect for me as much as he can. And I got to tell you real quick that I caddied for Hops. Do you remember when we came over there last year?
Yeah, Brian. Yeah,
Brian Hops. I'm going to tell you something. I didn't remember where we'll go with that. He hit the best shot I've ever seen in my life. He ended up getting in the playoff and losing the next day in about an 8-man playoff for the Mid-Am. But he hits it in the water on 18. He's laying up on par 5s all day. At the 18th hole, when it's a definite layup, what do you think he pulls out? Driver. Hits it in the water. Now there's a delay. There's been rain delays all day. The horn goes off. We go inside for an hour and a half. He comes back out. He got a 6-iron from 220. Okay, now who hits a 6-iron 220? Anybody you know?
Not too many. No.
He hits it 3 feet on one of an incredible second shot to a par 5 and makes it for eagle to get into playoff. And I'm like, wow.
That is
and that was really special. So I had, and I went right from there and just kept going. But I'm really glad you and happy you were able to take my call today and share my story right now in Puerto Rico, and I'm going to put this Trump match together.
Okay.
And I can't wait to reach out to Larry Glick and the Trump organization, but I'm glad I was able to talk about it on your show today. And just everything, God bless, right? I mean,
right.
let's just keep pushing.
We will, but keep us posted, stay
Mark.
in touch, and wish you and the Diaz family the best of luck. And we think that'd probably be a great show on content, wherever you might show it. I'm willing to watch that too, Mark. But keep in touch, keep us posted, and we'll keep passing on to our listeners. Have a great day, Mark.
You too. Thank you, guys.
There he goes, Mark Burk, pipe dream chaser, chasing down one Donald Trump. We got to pay some bills. We'll be right back with the Angry Fan, one David Nash.